Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of RINGOTV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. We back again with another one. I want to talk about this particular video that I was pretty much sent. And I think that it's going to be a good one because we're going to react to this particular video where a white guy pretty much spoke his truth in regards to what's going on when it comes to the Karmelo Anthony situation and how the black community, primarily on social media, has resorted to doing a lot of rage bait content. They're trying to stir up racial tension. And I want to react to this video because this guy, he seemed to share a lot of the very thoughts that I've pretty much talked about in regards to how a lot of social media influencers are basically trying to get black people angry as much as they can in hopes to have some sort of race war. And there's a lot of YouTubers that are responsible for this. And YouTube should really do something about this because it's rather sickening to see. And it's happening every day. You see content creators, they go live, and what they do is they rage bait you into getting angry. And during this entire Karmelo Anthony saga, I've noticed that a lot of black influencers, they disregard all the facts when it comes to the case. They don't care about the truth. And because of this, a lot of white people are now speaking out because they're tired. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of this tribal loyalty for Karmelo, even though he's clearly guilty. And it's getting to the point where people are making videos and posting them to social media, committing violent acts on white people. And they're doing these things for clicks and views. And the influencers are adding to the fire, adding to the fuel. So we'll be back in a few. We're going to pretty much go into the intro, and then we're going to be right into this content. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's get into this intro. We'll be back in a few.
Yo, nigga, about that paper.
RINGOTV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that
RINGOTV.
Yeah, true man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as can be up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, on me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing about that paper.
RINGOTV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Hop on that jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it at top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
RINGOTV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I fix the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Yeah, how far we progress.
Hey, good morning. There's a trend going around right now I wanted y'all to be aware of. I don't like talking about a lot of drama on the channel and stuff, and lately I've been trying to stay out of a lot of that, but there's something we got to talk about. It's a racial trend, and it's happening in the black community right now, and they think it's funny, and it's typically the youth that's doing it. They're trying to find older white men, and they're just going right up to them and they're attacking them. They think since this whole Karmelo thing happened, and him being convicted to 35 years for murder, that it should have been homicide instead and a lesser charge, that it's their job to go up and make white people pay for the decision of the white jury that was selected, even though there were black jurors that were involved. But when they were openly asked, would you be prejudiced in some kind of way? Would you show side with color in some kind of way because this is a young black man when it comes to sentencing? And all of them answered in an honest fashion and said yes, they would. Just because it's fact. This is somebody that looks like me. I show sympathy towards that, and they're young black men. They, statistically, black people in general feel that they are the underdog. So they answered the questions honestly, and because of that, they could not allow them to be jurors on this panel and show a bias towards a specific color, so they were disqualified for being on this panel.
Now, I want to pause the video there, and we're going to continue in a few. I want to talk about what he just said, because I talked about this in my streams. I made people understand that when it came to the jury selection, that when it comes to jury selection, they normally ask you questions to see if you're biased, to see if you're going to be a person who is impartial, someone who we can have on the jury. And what happened during the Karmelo trial for jury selection, predominantly all the black jurors that were selected, they were asked simple questions, and they would say stuff like, well, I can't see myself, seeing a brother go to prison. In other words, I can't watch another black man get put behind bars. So basically they're saying, you know what? You can't be on this juror list because you're partial in judgment. It's sort of like you already decided before you even get to see the facts of the trial of the case. You already told yourself, because Karmelo is black and you're black, that you're going to make him walk. So when people look at this case, they're like, well, there's no black jurors. Where are the jurors of his peers? In the minds of the black community, because they lack the education of what jury of your peers mean, they believe that jury of your peers mean people that look like you, people that have the same skin color. That's not what jury of your peers mean. Jury of your peers simply means people from the community, whether they're white, black, Asian, doesn't matter, as long as they're impartial and they're able to judge the case for what it is. Those are jury of your peers. Jury of your peers is not people that have melanated skin. That's the dumbest thing ever. But when you look all over social media, it clearly tells you who's educated and who's not. Everybody that seems to be standing with Karmelo, they're uneducated on the basics of what it takes to be on a jury. They don't even know what jury of your peers mean. You got to literally bring out books and try to educate them. And even when you do that, they still argue with you. You understand? So now we see the white man pretty much making it clear on what went down in regards to the non-selection of black jurors. They disqualified themselves. As I said in multiple different streams, guys, if I'm being selected to be on a jury for a criminal offense of a gay man that murdered a coworker who outed him, right? And they select me for jury duty. They call me up and then they're like, hey, Ringo, how do you feel about gay people? And I respond by saying, you know what? I don't believe with their lifestyle. I don't like the things they do. The Bible says this. I start quoting scriptures and saying it's an abomination. And, I just can't see myself supporting anybody that's gay. Once I do that, I automatically disqualify myself from being on that jury. You know why? Because I'm partial in judgment. I already decided I don't like this group of people, and they cannot have me up there. It's going to be a problem because I already decided in my mind I'm going to make the gay guy fry because I don't like them based on their sexuality. So when you're selected for jury duty, they ask you a series of questions to see where you are mentally. And when they ask black people these series of questions, they all disqualified themselves. And that is why there were no black jurors. There wasn't no black jurors because it's some racist thing going on and it's just so unfair. That's not how court works. Do you understand me? You can have an all jury that's white and you could be black and still be found innocent. You know why? Because the jurors weighed the evidence. And in the case with Karmelo, he's guilty. There is no such thing as self-defense, especially when you say, touch me again and see what happens. Nope. No self-defense in that. Hit that like button. Let's go.
Both parties moved forward with it in general. The Karmelo Anthony family didn't even have a proper lawyer lined up. They had a public defender lined up. It was absolutely a sad case for his defense altogether. They were not prepared for this at all. They didn't take the time to prepare for this. They didn't put any effort into actually getting him proper defense in general. So the black community in general felt like the young man himself was done wrong across the board, not only by his family, but also by the white community, by the prosecuting team, and just in general, they did not like it. And then they started going after the judge, and they started creating a bunch of AI stuff, and AI putting the judge in the family photos for Christmas, and then coming up with these digging into the reports for the judge and the prosecuting attorney and all this other stuff, and trying to find out their past and digging all this stuff up. You know what they do. Whenever you're found guilty of something, whenever you have to pay the price, especially people in the minority community that are extremely salty about being the underdog and having to pay the price and not getting the hand me out or the let get out of jail free card, they result to doing whatever it takes to make everybody else look bad other than themselves and paying the price themselves.
And that's one of the biggest problems that we have right now. He said a whole lot that we got to break it all down, but I'm trying to let him speak so you could get the gist of what he's saying. You understand? Because I am glad that more white people are actually speaking on the situation, because it seems as if though the black community that is on social media, right? You're being influenced by rage baiters who just want a YouTube check. A lot of these YouTubers, they're a part of a club of individuals that are using the Karmelo Anthony situation and any situation that involves white and black people in order to rage bait, to have a viewership of angry black people. And it's been going on for a long time, guys. A very, very long time. And I'm tired of seeing this nonsense because it seems as if though the more you see this type of stuff, it's creating a lot of hostility, a lot of hatred, and it's going on far too long. Now, we're going to go and rewind back everything and break everything down piece by piece, but I want you to hear what he's saying. I want you to understand what his message is like, because he's sending this message out to white people. You know what I mean? He's sending this message out to them to tell them to prepare. Why? Because you have some fools that are going on out here and they're attacking white homeless people. They're attacking men or women that look like they won't fight back. So they're attacking the weak. Get it? And it's getting to the point now where if we don't speak on this issue, we're going to see some black folk getting unalived due to self-defense. Because with the information that he gave them, he's basically preparing them to be locked and loaded and ready for when you come with your BS trying to intimidate people, trying to use race and all this other stuff to make people feel like they are a problem because they're white, because you're angry with the Karmelo verdict. You don't know how to control your emotions. You don't even know how to hold anybody accountable from the community. You understand? When black on black crime takes place, the black community never hold anybody accountable. You never see Ben Crump come out when there's black on black crime. You never see nobody come out to speak on these issues. You don't see nobody from none of these groups, none of these black groups, these black power groups. You never see none of them. They're never out here when there's black on black crime. But the minute you have a situation that involves a black kid and a white kid, all of a sudden we have this tribal unity. Not for justice, but just banning with someone because they're black. Just like that woman who made that disgusting video where the woman reporter asked her, if evidence come out that Karmelo Anthony was not fighting for his life, how would the black community handle that? Would they be able to accept that he's guilty? She basically said, you know what? We're going to ban with our own regardless. In other words, even if Karmelo is guilty, we're going to ban with him either way. And that's basically the message that the black community is pushing on social media through influencers that just want to check. They don't care if there's violence in the street. They don't care if people get hurt. These YouTubers are sharks. They will post anything. They will lie. They will use AI videos. Right now, you have this nonsense going on with this Karmelo thing where everybody keeps saying, oh, you got to see the video. You know, in the video, he got jumped. You know, in the video, everybody's saying you got to see the video. Where the fuck the video at? Where the video? Because nobody got no video. But they keep telling you about a video. And they keep putting it in your mind. The video, the video, the video. Oh, they're hiding the video. They're spreading lies. Oh, Austin, oh, he fell on a knife. Oh, yeah, they jumped Karmelo. Yeah, it went all up into the bleachers. They were fighting. They were jumping him. Oh, yeah, you guys, y'all just got to see the video. None of these influencers are playing a video, but they keep telling you about a video. There's no video. And if they've seen any video, it's AI generated. And this is the type of nonsense that we got to deal with. These are the lies that are being published on social media. And in the black community, nobody's speaking out about it. Everybody's just trying to push these false narratives to get the views, to get the check. That's all they care about. Money. Let's go.
So there's even white people, like ghetto-ass white people that are involved in all this that have... There's a dude online that he's just ghetto as shit, and he doesn't care. He'll try to fight you in public. He's just an in and out of jail prison thug type thing. And he already contacted the family and helped the family file for a retrial and stuff like that. So that could take up to a year to a year and a half and do it. But he's from Texas and he knows Texas law. And because this happened when he was 17 years old and he wasn't an adult, he actually reached out to the family and was teaching them about Texas law and the things that he knows. And they're trying to, or they've got a retrial scheduled or something like that, or they're going to look at this case all over again because by law you can ask for that. And he helped them figure everything out. And I think it could cost up to $25,000 plus. But he said, I don't care. I helped the family go ahead and get through the proceedings anyway because I know.
Let me see. Somebody said there is ghetto white people. Interesting. See, this is the problem with you. The problem with some of you, fam, is like you're so racist and hateful that in your mind, you think white people are perfect and they're just so high and mighty. You got broke, poor, ghetto white folk that live in trailer parks that are out in the back in the woods in the South and they don't got no money. You got white folk that live in the hood with black people in the projects. Do you understand? So I don't understand. What are you Like, what's so interesting? See, the problem is you're stuck in a community somewhere where you're not around people. So you don't even know what's going on in the world because you've been brainwashed in the hood. So in your mind, anytime you hear white people, you think, oh, they live in these fancy neighborhoods in the suburbs and everybody's just happy and dandy. That's not how it goes. You got poor people all over the earth. You got people that are ghetto. Ghetto is a mindset. Do you understand? A mindset. You got white people that are actually in support of Karmelo, not because, now watch this, not because Karmelo is innocent. Let me give you the game. You got white folk that are participating in this psyop because they want money too. How do you get that money? You got to get the black vote. Just like in politics. You have white people that are coming up on TikTok and YouTube, and they're acting as if though they're rocking with Karmelo to get the black vote. What is the black vote? Black viewership, black likes, black financial support. And that's called a grifter. So not only are there black people that are pushing these narratives on social media to rage bait you, but then you got white influencers that figure, hey, in their own community, they're not pretty much accepted. So what they did is they said, you know what? I'm going to get my dollars from the black community. Similar to when you have these stores that open up in the predominantly black communities, Chinese restaurants, the African stores, the Indian stores, all these different stores, they all in the black community, getting your dollar. But if you, as a black man, black woman, start a business in their community, they won't buy a motherfucking thing from your store. They would never go to your store to shop. See, this is the problem. When you try to teach black folk this, they don't understand it. The other nations, they don't shop at your store. They don't. You would never see them go into your store to buy nothing. But you're in their store buying everything out, making them rich. And that's why Mr. Chow and his folks and his people are able to thrive. And this is why Cyrus took bullets in his back. And what did the black community do to get Cyrus justice? They continue to support those businesses. You can't even get the black community to join together to get some justice for Cyrus. But yet you want to all band together. And then you got word on the street. This is just alleged because I think it's probably some AI nonsense that's going around where they claiming that Boosie want to offer up $500,000. That's a damn lie. That's a lie. That man's net worth, he ain't giving nobody $500,000. Because I looked up his net worth. They said somewhere between 2 million and 10 million. 2 million to 10 million, you ain't giving up no $500,000 for no Karmelo Anthony, especially when he was found guilty and given 35 years in prison. So that's most likely some AI generated nonsense. Because they told us the same thing. Remember when they told us about Ashley Janae? They told us that, Cardi B is paying for the funeral. That was a lie. That was AI generated. Guys, AI generated content is all over. This is why YouTube is cracking down on platforms and demonetizing them and banning them because of the overuse of AI misleading people. And when it came to this particular case, there's a lot of people that are misleading the viewers for clicks and views. All they care about is a YouTube check. That's it. You understand? I'm one of the only ones that speak on this truth. You understand? One of the rare few that speak life to the situation. And it pisses me off. The more I do this content, the more people ignore the facts. The black community don't even know what self-defense mean, guys. They don't even know what self-defense mean. They think that all you could do is, if you push me, I got the right to kill you. That's what they believe in the black community. Absolutely sick. And they're teaching their kids this. So now we're going to have a lot of black kids pushing people and getting stabbed. Pushing people and getting shot. Why? Because the black community is pushing this on social media. And here's the thing. They've been pushing this other thing. Oh, Austin was bullying They were bullying, Karmelo. Bullying? Nobody was bullying nobody. He didn't even know him. That just goes to show you, I don't know what y'all talking about. And YouTuber Angry Man, he pointed something out the other night where he brought up a valid point about gangs, about how you have Crips, you have Bloods, and y'all would be in the community, in the black community, and you would know not to go to this hood, that block. You know what I'm saying? Even out in Brooklyn, you cats that live in the projects, there's certain projects you don't go to because you know you don't belong there. The ops is over there. So you already know not to go there. And if you were to go there and somebody be like, yo, bro, you need to get up on out of here. You ain't gonna sit there and argue. You're gonna pack your ass up and get the fuck out of there. You ain't staying there. So when you look at that and you understand these basic principles, you already know that when it comes to that tent, when Metcalf and them was like, yo, you got to get out this tent. They asked them, you got to get out this tent. It's our tent. Why you ain't moving yet? Talking about, oh, he was fearful for his life. If he was, he would have moved. If he was fearful for his life, he wouldn't say, touch me again and see what happened. That's not somebody that's fearful for their life. That's somebody that came there to take a life. And the sick part about this is that the black community don't even want to hold this young kid accountable. 35 years? Oh, you should be thankful he got 35 years. They showed him mercy because with good behavior, he could be out in 17. But guess what? Karmelo not coming home in 17 years. Sorry. They got big plans for Karmelo in that pen. You have to think about what's going on. And I talked about this in previous videos where you had this white guy who was talking about prison life. And he was like in the prisons before the trial even began, that the white gangs and the white groups, they're in prison talking about what they're going to do with Karmelo. And I did a reaction video, not to the things that he was saying. I was kind of just speaking out loud about it. And basically, he ain't going to have a good stay in prison. Trust and believe that. And just because he's black does not mean other black men are going to protect him. Because when you watch these prison videos, these so-called story videos on YouTube, where you have these former inmates and they talk about the penitentiary life, they tell you straight up, when you come in there, you're going to have to take a side. You're going to have to get down with the get down. You're going to have to get down with somebody. And if you one of them type of dudes that be like, oh, I'm just going to roll solo, I'm going to be by myself, I don't want to be around none of you guys, I just want to do my bid, then you on your own. And it's going to be fair game, which means anybody in here can get you got. So when Karmelo go up in there and he around grown men, y'all want to talk about Austin Metcalf, oh, he was 200 plus pounds, 6 foot, whatever. Well, what the fuck you think is in prison? What do you think is in prison? Grown men. 250 pounds, 6'4", 6'8". Do you understand me? What is little Karmelo gonna do when a grown man come up to him and tell him, yo, come in? Come in. What do you think he gonna do? Cry out for mommy? Ain't no mom gonna save you here, bro. And you know who did this to him? You. And I'm talking about the black community. All these videos making this racial, you made this a racial issue all over social media. You put a target on that kid's back. So now when he go to prison, somebody's going to test him. Somebody's going to test him. Eventually, he's going to have to go out there with the big dogs. And he's going to have to stand on his own and grow up and become a man. He's going to get tried in prison. You understand? So now, let's get back at the content. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's go.
Texas law. I've been doing this for a long time. And even though I talk and look like this, basically, I'm a lot smarter than people think. So that's why I was able to reach out to the family and then work them through the process and help them get this. Let's look at this case again legally. And
imagine this clown that's in the chat named Peter talking about, I don't understand the legal process. Imagine how dumb you are, bro. You have the nerve to tell me I don't know what self-defense means. I mean, look at this clown. He says, you don't understand the legal definition of self-defense. So let me get this straight. Austin put his hand or pushed Karmelo, and you believe Karmelo have the right to kill him. That's your mindset, right? So if a cop push you, do you have the legal right to kill a cop? Yes or no? Answer the question, hypocrite. If a cop push you and you feel your life is in danger, do you have the legal right to kill the cop? So if your coworker pushes you on the job, you're telling me that you believe you have the right to kill them? No, you don't have the right. And see, this is the problem with the black community, guys. They're uneducated. They're uneducated, guys. They don't know what self-defense means. They really don't. If that's the case, we'll be killing each other in the hood every single day. We will be killing each other every single day just because somebody put their hands on you. Oh, he put his hands on me? Okay, I got a right to kill him now. That's not what the law says. You're out of your mind. Self-defense is when deadly force is used on you. In other words, if Austin Metcalf pulled out a knife and tried to stab Karmelo and swung a knife, that is deadly force that's being used on Karmelo. So at that point, it's fair game. If he got a knife on him, he can now pull that out to defend himself against impending death. But if Austin push him, you take a knife out and you stab him right in the heart, not on the arm, not on his leg. You plunge that knife into his heart. You ended that man's life. That's murder. That's not self-defense. And that's why he's doing 35 years. You're telling me what I don't understand. But one thing I do understand, Karmelo got 35 years. That's right. 35 years. Let me shout out these super chats real fast, guys. Give me a minute. Shout out to Denise for the 5 and also on the Cash App as well. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. It says like, share, participate in the 50 super chats. See what else we got. Shout out to Marilyn. Shout out to you for the 5. Shout out to Fuel the Fire. Fuel the Fire, Yo TV for the 10. Says keep putting in the work, bro. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. And shout out to Stacy for the 5. Says North Carolina is a stand your ground and statutory castle doctrine state, meaning you have no legal duty to retreat from a threat being a threat before using force. See, here's the thing, because a lot of people that are in North Carolina probably don't even know how that works. It works the same way how it is. If, let's say, for example, I got a neighbor is outside cussing and going crazy, acting a fool. I'm in the house. I'm just minding my business with my family. I don't have a right to just come outside with a gun and pow, pow and end his life. I would be going to prison for murder. Do you understand me? Just because he's outside yelling and screaming, that doesn't mean you have rights to pull out guns and act like you Rambo. If that's the case, if you're an Amazon worker and you come up to somebody's door, if they feel that you're a threat, they could kill you. That's the dumbest thing to do because you will literally be in prison. The way it works is in your house or anybody's house with a stand your ground law. If somebody tries to bust into that house with the intent to cause any bodily harm, first of all, just trying to break into your house, automatically, you already crossed the line. At that moment, ain't no telling what you're planning on doing. And especially when I got kids, you have no business in my house. So if you come in and I grab my pow and put you out, or at least wound you, you had what was coming. But I find that a lot of people believe that because they got rights to bear arms, that they think they could just kill people and it's all good. No, there's consequences for killing people. So when it comes to standing your ground and self-defense, you better know what the fuck you're doing or you will end up in prison. So all of that nonsense, people better get all that madness out of their mind. You can own all the guns you want. Everybody in the South got a gun, but you better know the law. Because if you don't know the law, I promise you're going to be in prison for murder. You're going to be in prison for murder. Let's get back to the content. Hit that like button, subscribe.
Because I know Texas law. I've been doing this for a long time. And even though I talk and look like this, basically, I'm a lot smarter than people think. So that's why I was able to reach out to the family and then work them through the process and help them get this. Let's look at this case again legally. And now within a year to a year and a half, they're going to be able to look at this case again. And it's already scheduled to be somewhat accepted. Now, he said, is the chances high?
See, this is the problem with the black community. We can't have a conversation about nothing without people bringing up George Zimmerman or anything else. Bring up O.J. Simpson. How come none of y'all never bring up O.J. Simpson? How come? Because he's black. It wouldn't help with the content to compare O.J. to Karmelo. O.J. was acquitted, right? Okay, why don't you bring him up? Why y'all keep focusing on Zimmerman all the time? Why y'all keep doing that? Or Mr. Chow. Well, Mr. Chow was acquitted and Karmelo's guilty. It's almost like, well, since those guys were, they were lenient on them, well, what about our good buddy Karmelo? Why y'all keep doing that? Why y'all keep moving the goalposts and you never stay on topic with the fact that Karmelo's a murderer? It's like, anytime there's an issue, you want to bring up another case that have nothing to do with Karmelo and use that as a crutch. It's like you're still not satisfied. A lot of y'all thought that Karmelo was going to walk from the beginning. From day one, when that man murdered Metcalf, I told you that he's going to spend a long time in prison. Why? Because I understand the law. I already did the research. I looked at the evidence and I already knew Karmelo didn't stand a chance. And then his parents were greedy for money. They got themselves a public defender, right? A white man, mind you. You would have thought that they would have got a so-called black attorney. You know what I mean? Somebody that's a brother man, right? No, they went and got the white man and still lost. And you gave them all that money. And they lost. And Go sent literally deleted their page and said, no more. You can't fundraise no more. Look at this clown Peter in the chat says, Jesus is going to protect Karmelo. Jesus is going to protect Karmelo. You got to be kidding me.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Why would Jesus protect Karmelo now when he could have protected Karmelo by telling him don't go under that tent? Make that make sense. People is crazy. That's why I cannot stand religion, bro. These religious people are crazy, fam. They always doing dumb stuff, talking about Jesus going to protect. Jesus is not going to protect his butt in prison. He could pray to Jesus all day. There's a lot of guys that are in the penitentiary that was praising the Jesus.
Jesus? Lord. Lord, please. Please, Jesus. Protect my butt from the other side. Jesus. Please, Jesus. As I lay down to sleep, please protect my butt from the grease. Amen.
This is why they mad at me, fam, because I'm just speaking real talk and they get mad. I mean, only a clown sit around praying to Jesus for protection in prison. Imagine you commit the crime, you murder somebody, and now you praying to Jesus to protect your butt. Makes no sense. Let's get back to the content. Hit the like button.
That this could be accepted and pushed through, and then they see this? Maybe not. But it is an option. It is a very, very good probable option that it could get looked at. So why not try? So that's what they're doing. They're going to try.
Why are we talking about there are a lot of innocent black men in prison? See, this is what I mean about black folk, bro. It's like you can't have a conversation with black people about nothing. Like, what is the point of your comment by saying, I agree with you about Karmelo being guilty, but there are a lot of innocent black people in prison? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because that's not the topic. Right now, I'm talking about Karmelo. I don't care about who's innocent. That have nothing to do with me. Get an attorney. Do you understand me? There's a lot of innocent people that die in car accidents too. What about them? See, that's my point. There's babies that die all the time. There's people that die in hospitals due to malpractice. There's a lot of innocent people that have lost their lives. What are we going to do about it? I can't do nothing about it. So why are you talking about that for? Let's stay on topic and talk about the Karmelo case. People always moving the goalposts. Right? Let's get back to the content. Hit the like button.
Look at this all over again and see if they can lesser the charges to like manslaughter or something like that. Instead of 35 years, get him down to like 20 years and then out in like 5 to 10 or something. So they want the kid to live the young man to live a big portion of his life. But what's going on in the black community in general is because of all the white people that were on this jury that convicted this young man, there's young black people, and not just young black people. I can't say that. I guess I'm misspeaking. There was a young black female. I want to say she probably sounded like she was like 18, 19, 20 years old, early 20s, somewhere in there, going up to like skinny ass crackhead white people on the street and trying to smack the shit out of him and saying, oh, you were on the jury, and trying to smack the shit out of him, like beat him up a little bit. And then there was another guy that seemed like he might have been in his like late 20s, maybe 30 years old, somewhere around there. Young thug ass black dude goes up to some crack-headed looking white dude in a parking lot. Oh, you were in a jury? You were on the jury? You were on the Karmelo jury? And smacks the fuck out of this guy. And then his big, beefier trailer park woman steps up and gets in between and says, no, he wasn't in the jury. He wasn't on the jury. What are you talking about? He wasn't on the jury.
I actually seen the video of that. I seen the video, fam, of that. Where these young people and older people are going around beating up white people in the street. Oh, you was on the jury? You were on the jury? Pow. And this is what they're doing. And they're filming themselves committing crimes, guys. Black people are doing this. Black people are filming themselves beating up people that are on drugs on the streets, and they're recording themselves doing this. And because of that, this white guy had enough. He said, enough is enough. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to speak my truth and put the word out there to kind of prepare white people for what's going on. Because there might be a lot of white folk that are not really understanding the magnitude of the problem that's going on social media. Social media is filled with a lot of influencers that all they want is money. So every video they make, it got to be rage bait. Sooner or later, YouTube got to do something about this because they're not making content to talk about a case or talk about a story. They're using a method to enrage a certain group so that they can hate another group. And in the process, these influencers get a lot of views on their videos. They get big YouTube checks. And in the process, there's a major divide where people are looking at other groups of people with anger over the Karmelo thing. So now you have a lot of black folk that have this vengeance mentality. In other words, I need to go out there and attack people. And this is coming from social media. It's social media influencers that are putting the battery in people's backs to do this. It's not that, the black community just going out there attacking people. No, they're getting this influence from social media, guys. Social media is teaching people to go out there and do this. And that's the problem. So I'm not going to sit back and not speak. I'm using my platform to address this issue because a lot of you young men and older men are going to be behind bars or you're going to be unalive because these white folks A lot of y'all keep thinking that, oh, I could just walk around, just start slapping people around. You're going to slap the wrong one. You're going to slap the ones that be having target practice every day. Out here in the South, there's target practice all the times in the woods, all the times. And white folk been ready. And most of you so-called brothers and sisters and brothers in the hood who think you're all gangster, I don't think you're ready for no war. I really don't believe you are. Because most of you can't even bear arms because of all the prison felonies and all the other junk you got going on. Because it's going to get really, really bad. Because you have a lot of people out here that have been practicing. They've been target practicing for years, waiting for somebody like you to try them. Trust and believe that. Let's go.
And it has nothing to do with where this guy actually, he doesn't even live in the area where any of this went down.
Notice the same idiot in the live chat. He says, Ringo, why are all of y'all bullying Karmelo? He has enough issues. Why are you even watching me? Why you keep using the word bullying? Why you keep using that word like we're a bunch of fucking kids? What does bullying mean to you? So if somebody share commentary about somebody that's bullying them, see, this is what happens when you're uneducated and you didn't graduate high school. I could tell that you didn't graduate, sir. You didn't graduate. You most likely dropped out and just became a bum and just figure, well, let me just come on YouTube and just spill a bunch of nonsense. You go all this hard. You go this hard for Karmelo. I bet you don't go this hard for your own family. I bet you don't support your own flesh and blood at all. But you're going hard for Karmelo. How much are they paying you? How much are they paying you to even watch me and waste your time? You don't got nothing better to do? Think about that. You're riding with a man that was already done sentenced to 35 years. How stupid could you be? And that's the problem with the black community. We celebrate killers. Do you know in the black community, more black men go to the penitentiary and they get celebrated for going to the penitentiary? It's one thing if you made some dumb decisions in your youth, but you got a lot of black men that would go to the penitentiary, come out, and then go right back to the penitentiary. And they keep on repeating this. And every time they do it, the black community celebrate them. Let my dog out. My dog is in prison. Free so-and-so. Free who? A murderer? A killer? A drug dealer? You want us to free him? No, you don't need to free none of you. And that's why we're always in the penitentiary. You see, we talk so much about, oh, the system and, the system is unjust. They're trying to take all of us black men and put us in prison. How about the black man just stop committing crimes? How about the parents begin to teach their sons to stop committing crime? Why are we continually committing crime, selling drugs, robbing and stealing rather than getting a job? Why? Well, because the white man, the white man holding me back. Ringo, the white man, he just keep holding me back. No, nobody's holding you back. You're just lazy. You're lazy and you're dependent on your mama or dependent on some black woman to take care of you. And this is why the black woman is tired of you ninjas, because all you want to do is live off of a woman's back. Your woman go to work every damn day. She's outside early in the morning, got to go to work and deal with the bullshit while you home playing PlayStation. And you wondering why all these women are pissed off with black men. She's holding down the fort. She's paying all the damn bills. All you doing is laying pipe up in the house, producing all these damn kids, and you don't even want to work. You understand? That's what's going on in the black community. The black man don't even got a damn thing. He's living up under the woman. And I'm not talking about the brothers that are go-getters, the brothers that are doing what they got to do to survive. I'm talking about these damn losers who spend all their time on social media defending Karmelo Anthony, and half of these ninjas don't even take care of their damn kids. Most of these men got a bunch of baby mamas, never visit their kids. But they got time to go hard in the paint for Karmelo. But when their baby mama is telling them, come see your son, come see your daughter, it's been a long time. You don't even have no time to see them, but you online defending Karmelo, you should be a damn shame of yourself. Damn hypocrite. Let's get back to this content. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's go.
But it's black people all across the United States in random areas, especially like Florida and southern states that are trying this stuff, where they're just walking up to white people and they're saying, oh, you were on the jury, and they're smacking the fuck out of white people and they're just dogging the shit out of them or something like that. And now more and more videos are popping up where black people are getting into 1v1 altercations with white people, and white people are slamming the shit out of them.
Now, pay attention to what he said now, because you have a pocket of black folk that are going out there figuring out, let me walk up to Chad and we're going to manhandle Chad, not realizing Chad was on the football team. Chad is in the gym every day. You understand? Chad bench pressed 300 pounds. Let him explain what's going on. I'm going to get back to those super chats and read those super chats out. Let's go.
I'm talking, there's some of them that are getting in fight with like football player looking dudes, like big ass dudes that can fight and stuff like that. And when it's a 1v1 situation, normally I'm used to seeing if it's somebody of equal size. I'm not saying black people don't know how to fight, but I notice dudes that are like college age and stuff like that, or they're pretty fit and stuff in general. They go up and they try to start fights with these white dudes that look like they're actually pretty fit and stuff. They get their ass slammed.
You see that? You see what's going on? They're getting beat down now. Because there's this misconception where in the black community, they just automatically believe that white people are soft and they can't fight and they can't do this. And as long as you're black, you're intimidating, and they're gonna back down because you're black. No, that's not gonna happen. You got some white guys that are tough that can match your same energy just like you, right? Let me read these super chats and do what I need to do. But before I do that, let me read this other comment by that same Peter guy. He said, 4 dudes jumped him, hypocrite. First of all, I don't know why you're calling me a hypocrite. A hypocrite is someone who professes certain beliefs that they don't hold. In other words, if I tell you guys, don't go to the strip club because it goes against the scriptures, it goes against the Bible, but I'm in the strip club, you know, making it rain and got a bunch of strippers lap dancing and all this other stuff, that would make me a hypocrite. So your use of the word hypocrite is not the proper use, and it's just poor grammar. And once again, it goes back to the fact that you didn't graduate high school. And see, this is why I don't even know why you're on social media. You know, because you're using words, you don't know the meanings of them, but it's like you're using them to try to appear like you're smart, but you're not smart.
Come on now, dog.
You know what I mean? So it's just a bad look.
Come on, man.
Yeah. But let me get back to these super chats real fast. Okay. Let me see where we at. Okay. Shout out to Stacy. I think I did. I did. I shouted you out already. Okay. Shout out to Cash. What's this? Cashmere. I think it's Cashmere Black. Shout out to you for 5. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let's see. You said the same people defending Karmelo wanted Zimmerman locked up for unaliving Trayvon, and Trayvon was beating up Zimmerman. And see, that's the double standard. That's the whole situation. They want certain things done, but when it's a person who's not black, it don't apply to them. You get what I'm saying? Like if a white guy is getting attacked by a black guy, they don't want the white guy to defend himself. You get it? Self-defense don't work for the white guy. As long as the person is black that's beating them up, it don't work for him. But if it's a black kid that got pushed, we want to say that self-defense means you can kill people. And that's the message the black community is sending towards the youth. Think about how many young black men are on social media listening to these influencers teach them that if they're in a situation like Karmelo, they have the right to pull out a knife and stab somebody. Think about how many youth is going to be in prison because they get the wrong information from these influencers that just want a YouTube check. A lot of these influencers, Willie D Live, horrible person. All he do is rage bait. You understand? Some Dr. Rashad guy, rage bait. Some other YouTuber, New Breed. All he do is rage bait. He's the biggest hypocrite on YouTube. You know what I mean? All these guys are hypocrites. What they do is they rage bait. They get you angry. You have this other Freezy character interviewing this other black woman who basically said that if Karmelo is guilty, the black community going to ride with him regardless. That's what they're teaching our youth right now. They're teaching them that if a white person touched them, that they have a right to kill them. That's what they're teaching. And they're doing this on a public platform on YouTube. Totally disgusting. That is not teaching our people how to de-escalate, how to have situational awareness, how to, look at a situation and make the best possible decision to get out of it. You know, they don't teach them none of these things. They're teaching them to kill people just because they push them. That's what we're saying now. You understand? But if it's the other way around and a white person did that, oh, they want to go to Ben Crump. They want to call all of these black activists and say we're being racially discriminated against. I cannot stand the victim mindset in the black community where everything is victim. We're being oppressed. The white man is getting us. I cannot stand that stuff. That's a victim mentality, man. And it's just sick, you know? Let me see what else we got. Shout out to MWLIA. Shout out to you for the $10 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Says facts, no lies told. Did I miss anybody? Let me see. I think I got everybody. All right. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the content. Let's go.
I was just watching just now. This black dude went up to this white guy in public in like around a mall or something like that.
You're right. Conflict resolution skills. That's another one. They don't teach that, guys. They don't teach content resolution skills. They don't. They're teaching our youth to react as soon as somebody do something to you. And a lot of these YouTubers are guilty. I'm going to expose all of them, guys. All the YouTubers that are doing this, I'm going to expose all of them because I want you viewers to stop supporting these people. Stop supporting these people with your clicks and your views when they're out here programming our youth that it's okay to unalive people if they push them. That's what they're teaching. They're telling the youth that's self-defense. That's not self-defense, guys. We're going to have a bunch of black kids in the penitentiary soon, guys. A bunch of them because they're getting fed the wrong information. They're getting fed the wrong information, guys. Let me see. Shout out to, is that Bilderberg boy? Shout out to you for the 5. Says the problem is the U.S. have some of the best living conditions for prisoners globally. Should be more like El Salvador when it comes to prisons. And see, that's the thing. If you get caught up in a prison situation overseas, you're done. Because the prisons overseas are ruthless. It ain't like over here where certain things you have certain rights and whatnot. Over there is no rights. You just suffer. And ain't nobody coming to save you. You know? Nobody coming to save you. I mean, it's still ruthless out here, but overseas is worse. Way worse. Let's go.
And he went up to him and he started talking shit to him and he tried to check him. And as he went towards the white guy and he tried to grab him, the white dude did a sidestep and then came around, spun, grabbed him by the neck, and then took his other arm and grabbed him by the back of the neck, lifted his ass up in the air and slammed him down on the fucking ground, smacked the back of his head and his back and everything else and jumped on top of him.
That's good.
Started beating the fuck out of him. And he had dogged the shit out of his ass. I mean, he was knocking on hell's door right there. I mean, he was done at that point.
And that's a good thing because he thought that he can F around, but he found out. He went against a white man that understood how to fight and he manhandled him. And there's going to be a lot of that going on because you have a lot of black guys that are being programmed to go out here and harass people of the other nations. And I tell you, man, we are doing a major disservice in today's day. And to be honest, man, I know a lot of you that are viewing, you've been poisoned by influencers. The main cause is not, now you have to hear me out. The main culprit when it comes to this issue that's going on right now is it's not coming directly from the black community, meaning a predominantly black community is coming together to harass white people just because they're learning this behavior from social media. Social media is being used by a lot of black influencers to program the minds of the youth, to make them angry, to make them violent. A lot of us been thinking, oh, this type of stuff is coming from white people, that white people are doing this to make black people. No, it's coming from black influencers who have microphones just like this, and they're coming up on YouTube and they're spewing a bunch of rage bait, making other black people angry. So now you're on your job angry. You're looking at white folks, you're angry. So if you see a white folk and they talking about the Karmelo situation, you're ready to fight. You're ready to risk it all. Literally lose your job over what you heard on social media. Social media is a business, guys. And a lot of YouTubers are thirsty for views, thirsty for clicks. Everything is about that money. And if they can rage bait you long enough, they'll make the money. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to be out here committing crimes. You're going to end up crashing out. Why? Because you're angry about the Karmelo situation. Look at what happened when they were at that courthouse. You had those black folk that were out there protesting, calling white people crackers, all sorts of names, rage bait, and just being violent and crazy and disrespectful. And yet we want to cry racism. But yet when we do it towards other people, we want to say, well, you know, we're just angry. We got rights. We just want to express our hate. But when it comes to black on black crime in the black community, you never see nobody come together. You never see them get the gangs. How is it that in the black community, you can have all of these gangs thriving? All of these guys are selling drugs in the hood. And yet nobody in the black community is stopping it. But yet you want to talk about the white man. You want to talk about the white man doing this and the white man doing that. And in the black community, they're selling drugs every day. They're killing your own people every single day. But you don't have the balls to say nothing because you're scared of your own people. But you're ready to crash out on a white person because they have an opinion about Karmelo Anthony. Bunch of hypocrites. That's why I keep telling you, as a viewer, please educate yourself about social media. Social media is the devil's playground, and there's a lot of influencers that sold their soul to the devil, and they would do anything for $1. They will lie, they will gaslight you, they'll use AI, they'll make a bunch of fake videos. This is what they do, guys. This is what they do. Just like the clown that you see in the live chat who said, oh, you know, Karmelo got jumped by 4 people. You got to see the video. There is no video, guys. There is no video. These people are literally just saying stuff just to say it. That's how they rage bait you. If you look all over YouTube, you'll see a bunch of influencers that keep talking about, oh, the video. Yeah, you know, the video and yeah. And they're not showing you no video. But they keep putting it in your mind. The video. He got jumped. Really? So he got jumped and this video is there, but the jury didn't see the video. But you got the video, but you don't share the video. How come I don't got the video? Where's the video? Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're lying for a murderer. They're just making stuff up. You know? They're making stuff up in order to sell a narrative that's not true, to continually rage bait you. You got these fake videos where you see black people together look like they're giving like a news press conference, and the lady is like, yeah, I saw the video, and Karmelo was, you know, running, and he went into the bleachers and they were chasing him, and yeah, he was this and he was that, and they're saying these things. There is no video. People are listening to a bunch of AI generated content full of lies. Do you understand me? Lies. That's all they're promoting. Every single day, that's all we're getting is a bunch of lies from these influencers. And I'm going to talk about all of them too. All of them that are lying, I'm going to air them all out so that the public can see who these grifters are, so that you don't support them. Don't support these YouTubers that are coming online, rage baiting you every single day, talking about race war, talking about, yeah, there's going to be a race war. And yeah, we need to stand up against the white supremacy. Anytime you go to a platform and you hear them talking about white supremacy, turn that off. Turn that off. Those YouTubers are grifting. They talk about white supremacy all day. But if you were to see these people in their own community, they busy talking to white people like it ain't nothing. Hey, good morning, Jack. How you doing, Jill? Everything's nice with you? And they're being all kind and courteous to all the white people they live around. But on YouTube, it's all this white supremacy stuff. The white man is this. The white man is that. They try to appease the black population that like that type of content. That's what they're doing to make money. They sold their soul. They don't care about their people. They really don't, guys. You have to pay attention to this truth. Let's go.
And I've seen this rhetoric in the same pattern over and over again, where black people try to do this to white people that are pretty fit, of good size and athletic ability, and they just get fucking dog walked. And then they have to jump in 5, 6, 7 deep to try to defend themselves. But then I've also seen athletic college-age black dudes work like 7 or 8 white dudes at one time. So it's hit or miss. And it's just this rhetoric and this violence, this prejudice and stuff in general, the shit that's going on. Y'all be ready for this shit, man. This court case, as this continues to grow and fester. I'm not talking bad about the black community, but there's a lot of ignorant ass black people out there that are just super uneducated, that are just all about the hand me out system, the woe is me, the victim mentality. And they are 100% on board with creating as much violence and chaos and stuff as possible right now, and drawing as much attention to this Karmelo case. And if that means that they're going to go out and they're going to try to create violence and hostility by attacking white people and stuff, that's their main goal. That's their objective. That's what these people are doing, and that's what social media is teaching them. So in lieu of what's going on and what I've been seeing the last couple days, y'all better be careful. Strap up. Freedom seeds fucking fresh and loaded. Know your rights. Give the commands. I'm in fear for my life. I'm in fear for my life. Assess the situation. Try to get out of it. Try to get out of it. Try to get out of it. You can't get out of it. React.
He just gave the white community the game. And y'all better beware, because everything he gave them is all the legalities of what you're supposed to do. He literally broke it all down. And he said it so quick that most people in the black community won't even know what was said. You understand? If you're put in a situation where you got to protect your life and your family, he just gave the game of what they need to do. And you're going to have some fool that's going to test that and think they're going to get away with it. It's not going to work, man. You better wake up. Don't let these YouTube influencers make you feel that you could go out here committing violence on other people. It's wrong, guys. When it comes to the Karmelo situation, he's guilty. Accept it. Accept it. The justice system, if you believe it's rigged against black people, how did OJ walk? How did OJ walk? Because he had good attorneys? Where was Karmelo's good attorney? Where was Karmelo's good attorney? All that money y'all sent the family? All that money y'all sent the family, and he still went to prison for 35 years. Imagine how stupid you are to give a family where their son murdered another kid, took him out, opened his heart, made his heart bleed out. And because he's black, the black community began to dish hundreds of thousands of dollars into a family of a murderer. Think about that. Rather than you support the victim, you're supporting the murderer. And now what these rage baiters are doing on YouTube is they're taking the video of Mr. Metcalf Sr. There's a video that was published on, I believe it's Rumble. And they're taking that particular video and they're going out there and they're saying, yeah, Mr. Metcalf's a racist. He said a bunch of racist stuff. He ain't say nothing racist. He ain't say nothing racist. The problem is anytime a white man speak, you label him a racist if he say anything against black people. That's the mindset of the average black person. a white person is not afforded the liberty to speak their mind without being called a racist. Always remember, Mr. Metcalf lost a son. Have you lost yours? Have you lost your son? Do you know how that man feel? Do you know how he feel to lose a son, one of his twin boys? He have every right to be angry. He have every right to say whatever's on his mind, and I don't care. Well, he said this about the blacks, and he said this about this, and he said that. I don't care. You let all of that stuff bother you because you have a victim mentality. I understand that he's a father and he's angry with what's going on social media. He had a gag order on him where he couldn't defend himself. He couldn't defend his family. He couldn't speak. Meanwhile, you got all these memes all over YouTube, all over TikTok, a bunch of AI fake videos. Everybody's calling his son a bully. Think about it. He's trying to grieve. Everybody's calling his son, who was stabbed in the heart and bled out and died. Everybody's calling him a bully. Nobody don't know what's happening. And they turned it into a race issue. And the whole time he had to stay quiet because of the gag order. And then once it's lifted, he said, you know what? I'm going to let off some steam. And he let off that steam and everybody began to call him a racist. And you're going to call this guy a racist too, because he's white. Again, when a person is white, they don't have the ability or the freedom to speak their mind when it's against black people, because it's like we can't have the conversation. It's like you want to silence anyone who is not black. If they have an opinion, if they have any criticism for the black community, we want to call them a racist. We just put that name on them just because to make them feel guilty for having an opinion. And that's wrong. You understand? That's wrong. Everybody should have a right to speak their mind about how they feel about the situation. And this is why I'm reacting to this video with what this man is saying here. You understand? Because people don't want nobody to share their view. They want their narrative to be the only thing everybody hear on the airwaves. So when you see videos like this, it goes against the status quo. You understand? And what the influencers will do is they'll see me make a video reacting to this, and now they'll go make a video saying, white racist X, Y, and Z. This is what they do all the time, guys. They'll just label a person a racist. That's how they dismiss you. It's a very dismissive thing that I've seen happening all over social media. I'm the only one, guys, one of the only ones, I should say, that actually speak the truth while everybody else is just lying for a check.
Don't let anybody fucking corner you. Don't be caught in a public area, in an area where you're outnumbered, where people don't look like you and heavily in numbers. Be safe for at least a long, long time, especially if you're white right now. You are the underdog right now. You are the minority right now. You are the one that's being looked at as a possible victim in a situation like what's going on right now. So if your mind as a white person is you are not trying to be safe, or you're not aware that you look like you are the victim right now, you will be the victim to somebody right now, and you're not prepared for that and aware of that, you're fucked up. You may not make it home to your family. You may not make it home the same way you left, if you understand what I mean. Because these young thug-ass black people right now, these young kids that just think this is funny as hell. And there are some white idiots too that are perpetuating this, that are trying to egg this on.
Now think about this, guys. He's talking about white and black people. Some of you that are black, you'll get offended because he talked about thug ass black people, and you'll get offended. Be like, oh, he's a racist. What? How is somebody a racist for speaking the truth? That don't make no sense. There is such thing as thugs that are black, that are committing crimes. He even talked about white people, but you'll disregard what he said about white folk, and you'll just focus only on what he said about black folk. And that's the same thing y'all doing to Mr. Metcalf Sr. You're doing the same thing. Anybody that's white, you try to make them out to be a racist for speaking their truth. Let's go.
to push this narrative. They're trying to push that segregation and racism isn't actually all that bad at the end of the day when you think about it, because look at all these white people that are, or look at all these black people that have come out of the woodwork over the last week that have completely racist profiles, completely racist accounts that we've never seen before, where it's nothing but dogging the shit out of white people. This one black girl this morning was like, I love watching these white bitches just get their ass whooped. Like one black girl just beating the shit out of 4 or 5 just mixed white Hispanic bitches inside a grocery store, just beating the living shit out of them. One girl just bop, bop, bop. One girl, then she gets beat up a little bit. Then she goes to the next girl, bop, bop, bop. So she's getting 2 or 3 licks into them, 2 or 3 of them at a time before she gets knocked down, and she gets back up and she gets it again. And then you look through this girl's profile, and it's every fucking video, every post, every comment.
Every video, every post. Those are the people that are pushing the rage bait, guys. And YouTube need to crack down on those kind of platforms that all their content is rage bait to get people angry. You understand? That's what they're doing. Let me see what this comment here says. Give me a minute. Let me see this comment. Where it go? Okay. Who's this? Kyle says, you have to understand Texas is a white supremacy state. Black folks are the minority. I bet you. You guys got to stop all of this nonsense about white supremacy. Like, that you sound like a victim. Like there's a weakness. What do you mean? White supremacy. You've been watching it. See, you didn't get that from the hood. You got that from social media. Everything about this white supremacy stuff, you learned about that on social media. You didn't learn about that from where you live. You watch people on YouTube that talk that garbage every day. And they got you feeling like something wrong, like something's going on. It's just like when you watch these videos. You ever watch these videos with these YouTubers? They're always black. And they be talking about, there was a black guy, he was hanging and he was in a sundown town. Get thrown down with a sundown town. They always want to tell you that black folk are getting hanged in a sundown town. And, we got to watch these sundown towns.
All of these sundown towns. What is a sundown town? Well, a sundown town is where they hang our brothers. We're happy and we're single and we're colored. These sundown towns, I cannot stand them. As a trucker, I've been driving my truck all around these sundown towns, and one time I had to stop at the gas station. And lo and behold, a white man was there, and he had a white hood on. What? That's right, a white hood on. And he was singing a song that goes a little something like this. Get down with a sundown town, get down with a sundown town.
Anytime you see YouTube videos from these guys and they're always talking about a sundown town, just turn that garbage off. Turn it off. An angry man talked about this in his video. He talked about how the black community is a sundown town too. That's right. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. See, you got these YouTubers, they like talking about sundown towns in regards to these towns where it's predominantly white and they're racist and they don't like black folk, and how when the sun go down, you got to get out the town. And basically what Angry Man put out there is that he said every black community, the hood, is a sundown town. And when you think about it, it really is. But guess what? It's a sundown town for black folk, because you can't be there. And I think they went on to even say, where he read a comment where somebody was like, even in the daytime, you can't be in certain hoods in New York. And that's a fact. Matter of fact, there's certain hoods in California, you can't be there, even in the daytime. As a black man, there's certain hoods you can't go to. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're going to get robbed. You're going to get beat down. Something going to happen. You can't wear certain colors. Y'all know the game. Certain hoods, you know you can't put on that red or else it's going to be a problem. Nowadays, gang members, they can recognize other gang members. So even if you have on a certain color, they already know how certain gang members move. But nonetheless, in the hood, it's the same type of thing, fam. That's why it's crazy when you see black folk talking about sundown towns, because they treat each other like garbage in the hood every day. That's why they always talking about, this is my hood. This is my block. I rep my hood. That's what they do, which means you can't come to their block. But they want to feed you all this garbage about sundown towns, making you be afraid of white people, that if you go there, you're going to be hanging on a tree. Anytime you listen to those videos, they're fake. I've already debunked a YouTuber that published a lie about a trucker that was hanging on a tree. I did all my research about that trucker. The trucker don't even exist. Come to find out, it was an AI generated image of some black guy that don't even exist, guys. It's totally fake. And this YouTuber was publishing it as if though it's a fact and was rage baiting everybody. And everybody that was watching this video was like, they can't stand white folk and they, you know, these sundown towns and all this other mess. And it's just crazy. So if I'm an Amazon employee and I got to go to a sundown town and delivery, I got to fare for my life. I got to do some delivery. So if a white guy who's a racist in a sundown town orders some cookout or whatever the case is, and I got to deliver the food, I'm in trouble. None of that stuff makes sense, guys. It's just stuff to keep us on edge, to keep us angry, to keep us fearful, and just be full of anxiety. This is what these YouTubers do in order to get these clicks and these views. Let's go.
Nothing but dogging white people on these posts. And I understand the algorithm picks that up and starts pushing it towards you, but it's shocking the amount of racism that's out there and the amount of black people that don't think black people can be racist. Black people are probably the most racist people that I've ever met in my entire life. I've met more racist black people than I've met. Well, I take that back.
Don't take it back, sir. Just speak your truth. Speak your truth. Don't take it back. You know, speak your mind. Now, I understand what he said after that. He said that Hispanics are, in his opinion, like Spanish folks, he said they're more racist towards blacks as well. Let's go.
I've met a lot of racist black people, but I bet you actually Hispanic people will be dead ass honest with you. They would rather deal with white people than anybody else for the most part.
And that's true. What he's saying is true. That is true.
I've dealt with a lot of Hispanic people that have a lot of negative. No matter what, you can be the nicest black person to a Hispanic person. A lot of times the Hispanic people will talk shit about you. They just, for some reason.
I've seen that on a 9-to-5 job, guys. Everything that he's saying is 100% facts. I've seen this on a 9-to-5 job. I've seen the favoritism. I've seen the special treatment that certain people get over others. I've seen it done.
Not like black people. They'll be complete enemies. And then go out and protest together because they have brown skin, but then turn around and be complete enemies when they leave the protest and dog the shit out of each other. So it's odd.
In the same way he said he know and seen a lot of racist black people, that's exactly what I see. I see a lot of racist black people too. And the thing is, anytime I bring up these issues and I talk about it, they call me a raccoon. They call me a Sambo. They say I'm a sellout and all this other junk. Because one thing I notice about the black community is that you can't hold it accountable. Once you do, they just call you a name. They just say you're a raccoon, you're a sellout, you're a Sambo, and they call you a tether. And they try to get the community, in terms of the viewers, to not like you. This is what they do to me on social media. But none of that stuff is able to work because, you know, I'm a grown man and I'm able to stand on my own. and I'm able to speak my truth and basically shut down all of these influencers that be lying to you. And there's so many liars on YouTube, guys. If you only know all the content creators that lie every single day to keep you angry, to keep the tension going, they don't care about peace. They want to see violence. They want to see people angry because that's what make the views go up, guys. That is what make the numbers so they could get the checks. That's how they eat. They got to keep you angry all day, right? Let's go.
How it all works. But in general, the minority community for the last 5 to 10 years have been way more racist in general than any white group or people that I've ever seen.
And it's true. Everything he's saying is truth. It's the truth. And the thing is, when you talk about this, the black community get upset. Because we express our racist ideology, we express our anger and hate towards other people, and yet when other groups begin to speak on it, we want to call them racist for speaking their mind. And this is where you get black fatigue. This is where you get people that are angry because they're tired of the BS. They're tired of the nonsense. You understand? They're tired of being told you're a racist if you give a critique of what you see black folk do. Every white person should be able to open their mouth and speak in regards to the Karmelo case and not be called a racist for sharing their thoughts. If you're white and you had experiences with black people and you want to voice your opinions and your thoughts, you should be able to do that without the fear of being labeled a racist. Yes, there are racists in the world, but all white people are not racist. Just like all black people are not hateful or racist, but there are black people that are racist. There's a lot of them that don't like white people, and they use opportunities like the Karmelo case to push their agenda, to poison other blacks that, in other words, wouldn't be angry. They would just live their normal life. But when they have cases like this, what most of these influencers will do is try to rile up the black community to recruit young black men to become violent. And that's what they're doing right now on social media. You understand? That is what they're doing. They're riling up young black men, recruiting them for a war. Look what's going on out in New York because of the Knicks game, and they destroying Times Square, destroying public property, just being chaotic and just going crazy. Look what's going on out there, guys. I'm going to do a video about that. It's just total anarchy, just destroying property. Like, what does that have to do with a game? It makes no sense, guys.
And it's very, very apparent that this is what's going on, and people are going to deny that and say, oh, you're just lying. It's very apparent. If you're white, you're the minority right now. You're the one that's in the scope of who to be careful. And this is what they've wanted. This is what they've been literally saying for years. We want you guys to feel what we've been feeling for years, and we're going to eventually do that. We're going to make you feel that.
Why is this person saying, please bring the proof to the table? What are you talking about, bring the proof to the table? What exactly are you saying? What are you talking about? I tell you guys, man, I really don't know, bro. I'm telling you, man, like the things that people post, I don't get it. But what the white guy is basically saying in the video is that black folk that are being influenced by these influencers, they're basically trying to make white people feel the way they feel. That's basically what he's saying here. Let me rewind it back a little bit. Let's go.
What they've been literally saying for years. We want you guys to feel what we've been feeling for years, and we're going to eventually do that. We're going to make you feel that. We're going to make you feel like you need to be on high alert while you're out and about. We're going to make you feel like you're the minority so you can get a taste of what it feels like to be us. And that's exactly what they're doing. And if that's their goal, then they've achieved that. Because everywhere I go now, I'm constantly trying to pay attention to my surroundings more than I ever have because of all the negativity and the racism and the prejudice that I see going on.
And that's how you should always be, whether you're white or black. You're supposed to always pay attention to your surroundings and keep your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it is in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like white people that are in New York, they understand how to move, just like the black folk know how to move. In New York, everybody keep their head on a swivel. Everybody know what it is. It's just like when you go into let's say you go on the train in New York, whether you white, black, anybody can get it. Like for real, for real. Like white New Yorkers, they don't play none of that BS. Like those of you that are in the South that might be a little more, laid back, whatever. The white folk in New York, they're ready. They're ready. You know what I'm saying? Just like the black folk, everybody head is on a swivel. So it's like people peeping game. They keep their eyes open. There's always some drama and whatnot. It's really like the people that visit New York, they don't know no better. You know what I mean? They don't know what's going on. They're just walking around, just spending money. But the people that are really there, they keep their eyes open to what's going on. So now what he's basically trying to, I guess, teach people is that you got to be aware of your surroundings now, because with the climate that we're in with this Karmelo case, ain't no telling who's ready to crash out. Ain't no telling who's ready to just go do something stupid because of what they heard on a YouTube video, So you got to be careful, guys. Don't be influenced by these YouTubers. I'm telling you, man, they work for the devil.
It's sad. It is absolutely sad, and it's absolutely disgusting the amount of uneducated, thug-ass black people, the black community that are on social media that have a free platform to speak all the bullshit nonsense that they want. Just like the woman that was all over Facebook and Instagram and stuff talking about this was an innocent black man, and I guess as a black man, what this just taught you by this verdict is you can't run for your life and you can't fight for your life.
I think he's talking about the same black woman that made that horrible statement. I think he's talking about the same woman, guys. He's talking about that same black woman who said that even if Karmelo Anthony is guilty, the black community is going to ride with him regardless, guys. It don't make no sense what she said, fam. No sense whatsoever. I think he's talking about that very same woman.
Well, the motherfucker didn't run for his life, for one,
right.
And he didn't fight for his life. He didn't fight fair. He didn't try to defend himself. He murdered a dude.
And that's the whole point. Carmelo's guilty. He murdered Metcalf. He murdered him. He didn't fight. He didn't run for his life. He didn't do nothing. And if it was self-defense, why did Karmelo run from the scene if it was self-defense? If it's self-defense, you'll stay there and stand your ground. You'll just wait for the law to come. You ain't going to run, But he ran out of fear. He ran out of fear because he knew what he did. He knew he was guilty. Let's go.
He didn't try to run for his life either. He instigated the fight by saying, come on, find out what happened. Come on, find out what happened. While he's got his hand in his bag, enticing somebody to come at him.
And all of the witnesses saw and said the same thing. That's why he got 35 years. That's why I keep telling you guys, stop listening to all of these YouTubers that are lying, talking about, they need to show the video. Karmelo got jumped and Karmelo this, and all of these things is lies, ladies and gentlemen, lies. A bunch of these YouTubers are liars, man. They lie every single day. They'll post like 10 videos a day lying to everybody.
And then they got some dude on the internet talking about he saw some video and he was getting jumped and stuff. It was one guy out of the entire community of people that saw some video where Karmelo was getting jumped under this tent, and everybody bought this guy's bullshit story.
Right. Nobody's seen no video, but they just bought what somebody said. That's what's going on social media right now. People are buying lies, and the influencers don't care.
And then they started AI generating stuff, and now everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon because they have something that fits their narrative, and now they're jumping all over that, saying, no, he was ambushed, he was beat up, him and his brother was this and that, and now people are calling for his brother to go out, or for his brother to do some time as well, because come on, little bro, you need to take that lick as well. You need to do some time because you was egging on your brother. You was trying to get Big Bro to be Big Bro. You was trying to get him to do his thing and show off in front of you. You're the one that actually got him killed. They're going after the family, and then they're talking about how Jeff Metcalf did a live interview. right after the trial, talking about how certain family members weren't there to support his family, how they used all this money to blow on stuff other than actually getting him a proper defender and stuff like that, and they used all this money to squander away and not.
But what Metcalf is saying is true, though. You understand? He's entitled to his opinion. You know, he's entitled to his opinion about the situation in terms of what Mr. Metcalf said in that video. And see, the thing is, with these YouTubers, right, they only show you the clips from Metcalf Sr. that they could twist and say, oh, he's a racist. They didn't show you the good clips. They didn't show you the clips where he was talking about his boys, talking about when he found out that he was having twin sons. They didn't show you that part. They show you the parts that would get you angry, like they normally do, you know, just like I told you. So, and again, he have a right to speak his mind. And I'm talking about Metcalf Sr. He have a right to speak his mind. A lot of the things he said, people are going around saying he's racist. I don't think nothing he said is racist. I think the man is just speaking his mind. And if you really think about it, a lot of the things he said is true. It's just that people don't like the fact that it came from a white man. So they're upset. They don't like hearing when white people say anything. They believe that white people should just shut up and just stay quiet. But those days are over. People are coming out and they're speaking their truth. Let's go.
And not use it towards the actual defense of their child. And that he's talking all this negative racist stuff about calling him Watermelon Mellow.
There's nothing racist about calling him Watermelon Mellow. You know, I gave him a prison name. His name is now called Jello. That's his name, fam. You know, let me see if I can pull this up real fast. Give me a minute, gang. See if I can pull this up, because I'm supposed to do a video. About this thing. Let me see if I can bring this up. Supposed to do a video about this. Where the heck it go, bro? Is this it? Let me see. Nah, that's not it. Let me see. This gotta be it. Yeah, this is it. I'm gonna do a video. I'm going to do a video about this right here. Yeah, I'm going to do a video about that. That's my thumbnail. I'm going to do a video about that. Karmelo Anthony's new prison name is Jello. That's right. So look out for that video coming up. Thought I'd do a little promo. All right. Let's get back to the content, guys. Do what we need to do. It is what it is. Let me see. Shout out to Strength 30 Up for the 5. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. What up, Ringo? He called him Watermelon Felon. Yeah, I don't got a problem with that. I mean, he killed his son. He have every right to say whatever he want to say. I mean, how could anybody tell Mr. Metcalf what he can or can't say when it was his son that was murdered? Like, I think people forget about this. Like, his son was murdered, man. And people acting like the man is not supposed to be angry. He's supposed to just be a good old white boy, a good old Christian, you know, a good old Christian Southern man who just stayed quiet. Be a good old boy. That's not how it works, man. When somebody angry, they're going to speak their truth. And you just got to respect it.
I'm just, this whole entire situation seems like some kind of fucking psyop. It seems like some kind of government orchestrated fucking bullshit to take our mind off everything else that's going on in the world, which is absolutely crazy.
It's not, we can say it's a psyop. We can look at that, but I don't want to go as far to say as the government. It's the social media influencer who want money. They're the ones who are pushing these things to make everybody join in. It's like one big spirit. It's like a spirit that is in the people to just lie and manipulate and create a lot of hostility between white and black folk. That seems to be what's going on. And the influencers, they want money. So they're doing whatever. And a lot of these guys are in unison. They're united. They have agreed that all of their content need to sound the same, be the same, so they could control the algorithm. Because the algorithm, it just keeps distributing all of this poison that these YouTubers keep publishing. And it's like when you have content creators like me that speaks the truth, that speak against these things, it's like the algorithm don't want to mess with that. The algorithm is going with what's hot, which is the lie. You understand? They want to go with the narrative of let's spread more hate. Let's spread more division. And because people keep clicking on these videos, the algorithm keeps sending those videos to you. How many of you'll come on YouTube and you'll watch a channel video, right? Then all of a sudden, YouTube starts sending you all their videos. You ain't even asked to see these videos, but it keeps sending you every video from that one YouTuber. You just watch one of their videos and it keeps sending you everything. And you're like, damn, what the world's going on? It believes you like the video, so it's going to keep distributing more content to you. So if you watch a video by these hateful YouTubers that are spreading lies, once you watch one, it'll start to send you more of videos that are just like that video. And before you know it, you're being bombarded with nothing but poison all day, you know? But you won't get my video because it's suppressed due to the fact that YouTube is oversaturated with a bunch of poison content. That's what's going on right now. And the reason why a lot of these YouTubers are continually focusing on rage baiting you is because that's what's getting the views, guys. So they're not going to talk about anything positive. They're not going to be impartial. They're going to be negative all day.
It would be so stupid as a father to go online and talk all this shit and call him Watermelon Mellow and talk about we're not back in the 40s and 50s anymore. You guys aren't oppressed and this and that. You guys actually have more rights than everybody else. But
that's the truth. Everything Metcalf said is the truth. The problem is people don't like the fact that a white man is saying it.
To an extent, I agree with a lot of what's being said. It's how it's being said.
But it doesn't really matter how it's being said, sir. At the end of the day, he said what he said. He spoke his truth. It is what it is. He's a grown man. He's entitled to his opinion, just like you're entitled to your opinion. There's things that you say, sir, that people might listen to that and think, he's a bad guy. He's a racist. He's a this. And you may not even be none of those things. But for the whole point is we will always hear things differently at times. And that's one of the biggest problems. You can hear somebody speak and they can be sincere. They may not have no hate in their heart, but because of their tone, you'll just think, oh yeah, this person is no good. Maybe they're racist, and they're not none of that, you know? So it's all based on perception. How do you see them? Your understanding of them, the context. Sometimes their tone make you feel like, oh, they're saying it. They're angry. I get this all the time with people. People misunderstand me all the time, you know? Shout out to Stream30 again for $10 support. Let me see. Says Ringo, can you do a quick review on heavy duty country video? It's called They Are Pissing on His Grave, I believe. It's about Austin. Just want your opinion. Also check out the comments. It's just crazy. I still have a video I believe that you had requested the other day that I got to do, but I'll screen capture this again because there's two videos. I think there's another video that you had requested that I didn't get to that yet, but I'll look at it. And if anybody have any videos they want me to review, send it to my Instagram. That's the best way to keep me in remembrance about what's going on, is to send it to my IG at RingoTV Raw, and just send whatever link, whatever it is, the source video, not a YouTuber video. Please do not send me YouTuber videos where people are reacting to videos. I'm not watching that garbage. You know what I'm saying? I want the source videos where somebody said what they said. That way I can review the content myself, you know? So, yeah. Let's get back to the content. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's go.
and the message that's behind what's being said. How much of this is actually true? How much are we seeing is not AI? I can come up with a whole AI skit right now and let the thing do the AI work for me. Why is this?
And that's true. A lot of the stuff that's out right now, guys, is actually AI, and people don't even know. They don't even know what's going on because we're so accustomed to watching videos. A lot of us are watching AI interviews where you're seeing people talk about Karmelo and it's not even a real video. It's all AI content.
Oh, this door's not closed. There we go. And let the thing do the work for me and make a complete video using my face, and I don't even have to talk. It'll just do everything for me. Or I can make a full video using somebody else's face with an AI thing that I pay for every month for my social media stuff, and it'll make an entire video using somebody else, and it'll talk on the screen with all the words that I put in. I can give it an entire script, and it's a human being standing there saying exactly what I put in while interacting, working on an object or something like that, and it's 100%. It looks 100% legitimate, real.
I be on Instagram debunking all of these female pages that are fake. It's all AI. A lot of you guys, you get suckered by a lot of women that are doing these type of pages on Instagram where they're thirst trapping you with a bunch of beauty pics and beauty photos. Even the ones that are interactive where you see like a woman actually moving and walking and posing. All of that stuff is AI generated content. You guys got to literally stop, fam. Like, social media is bombarded with AI, and they're using so much AI right now to make a quick buck. And this is why YouTube is cracking down on all of this stuff, because it's out of control right now. You got a bunch of lazy, no talent people that are using AI to generate content, and they just publish a bunch of fake news, fake content in order to get monetization. And YouTube is cracking down on that type of stuff and basically demonetizing those channels from making easy money. Let's go.
White people better be careful. White people be careful, and the educated community from the black community need to start speaking up. Your silence is a huge issue right now. The educated, nonviolent, communicative, successful black people that are not racist, that don't believe in all this bullshit that's going on with the violent black community right now, you guys need to speak up loudly.
And that's why I'm doing this content, because I was sent his video by someone who came across it, and when I listened to his video, I realized that he's basically sharing some information that pretty much I talk about as well, and I felt that this would be a good opportunity to bridge the gap and kind of share my opinions and my thoughts about what he had to say and how it's important to actually listen to what he's saying so that the word get out there, because we need more people to actually speak up on this, primarily from the black community, because we're being oversaturated with a bunch of negativity, man. It's like, it's so much negative energy on YouTube right now from black content creators who are pushing nothing but hate and division. This is what's going on, and they want us to constantly think about white supremacy and racist this, and it's like all this negativity, and it's like, dude, is this how people live their life all day? So if you see anybody that's white, you got to just hate them because they're white. That's what's going on YouTube right now. That's why I don't listen to that poison. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that type of stuff. Are there racists in the world? There's racist people in all ethnic groups, guys. All ethnic groups have racists, but that doesn't paint an entire group of people as racist. We got to stop throwing that word racist around, because it's being used to generalize an entire group of people. So now it got people on edge where they're afraid to speak. They don't even want to talk about the Karmelo situation because they don't want to be judged. You know, there's a lot of white folk that know things, that have good intelligence to be able to speak on the topic and break some things down to educate the community, but they would just rather not. Why? Because they don't want to be labeled a racist. They don't want to be jumped. They don't want to be attacked by the group, the herd that's on social media. So they just stay quiet. They just stay to themselves. Like, you know what? I'm not even getting in this. I'm just going to leave this alone and just act like I don't see it and just wait to see how everything play out.
Now, because there's some bad shit that's going to happen. And it's already started happening. Be aware of this trend.
Think about this crazy person in the comments, guys. He starts off with his name is God6365. He says, please leave Karmelo alone. He needs peace in his life. Think about that, guys. That's AI bots, fam. That cannot be a human, guys. That cannot be a human that is literally in a live chat saying, please leave Karmelo alone. Do you know what Karmelo's dealing with in prison right now? You going to tell those inmates to leave him alone? Right now, Karmelo's crying like a bitch in prison. You think your words is going to protect him in prison? When grown men tell him, come over here. When grown men tell him, do this, do that. See, when Karmelo picked up that knife to put it in Metcalf's heart, he was supposed to be thinking about prison time. That just goes to show that he wasn't raised properly by his dad. Because if you have the proper skills and the training, you're supposed to be able to realize the consequences of your actions. You might be angry, but you have to know how to control that anger. There's many times I get angry and I got to look at the consequences. Like with me personally, when I have situations where I get angry, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. It's like I step outside of my body and I'm able to look at the circumstances. Like I'll look at the situation and see what happens next. And I'll be like, you know what? I don't want that to happen. So let me just kind of chill out and do the right thing. And I kind of calm back down. So it's like, why is it that most black men can't have good reasoning skills to recognize when their actions is going to result in long prison sentences? You get it? So I believe that with Karmelo, somebody gave him bad information by telling him that if he stabs somebody in self-defense, that he won't spend no time in prison. I believe that somebody gave him poor advice and told him if anybody do anything to you, no matter what, your actions is self-defense. And that's not true. You just can't stab somebody and say that's self-defense and you killed them. You see, somebody push you, you don't get a knife and stab them. That's not self-defense. That push was not ending your life. Self-defense is if Metcalf had a gun, pulled out a knife, a screwdriver, and you saw that screwdriver and he threatened that he's going to stab you with that screwdriver. And then he swung at you, missed, and then you were pretty much able to grab your knife and get him before he get you. That's self-defense. But in the black community, they don't know what self-defense means. And this is why Karmelo is doing 35 years.
That's going on in the black community and exactly what follows. Because there's a lot of shit going on right now. We don't know what is true, what's not true. We don't know what's real, what's not real. We don't know what AI is this and what AI is that. And we have no idea who's pulling the strings behind.
I know what's AI. That's one thing I'm glad about, fam. I know when AI is being used. I know what's going on. And there's a lot of these videos that are being played right now on social media. It's all AI content. You got all these YouTubers talking about, oh, you got to see the video where they jump Karmelo. Nobody's playing the video. Nobody on YouTube. Now think about this, guys. Nobody on YouTube is playing a video with Karmelo. None. Nobody's playing a video of Karmelo being jumped on YouTube right now. Nobody. But they keep talking about this video. They keep telling you about a video. Oh, you got to see the video. They jumped him. Everybody's talking about a video that don't exist. And if it do exist, it's AI generated. It's an AI generated video. And everybody's running with this fake news, spreading this garbage all over social media to keep the people on edge.
All this shit, if this is a government psyop to take our mind off this whole fucking war thing, that this whole thing was orchestrated, if these people weren't paid off to do all this, we have no idea what the hell is going on right now because AI is so powerful right now.
That's what they're gonna call you at Dr. Mad Haddon. That's what they're going to call you devil, because this is what they do when they don't really have no reason to challenge the things you say. Like if you bring up a good argument and you're sharing your thoughts and your opinions about, Karmelo's defense or whatever the situation is, you're going to get people that are going to begin to name call you. Like they won't look at the things you said to challenge what you had to say. What they're going to do is they're going to just try to label you either a racist, a devil, a white supremacist. This is normally what they're going to do to you on YouTube to silence you, so that you just say, you know what, man, I'm done talking, man. I can't talk to this folk, man. They just don't want to listen to nothing I say, and it frustrates you. And this is where we get black fatigue from. This is where you get it from. Because you can't have the conversation without being called a racist, a name, some sort of negative name. And then what happened is, because you are in the comments, then now everybody else start ganging up on you. And this is how it be in the streets. They'll just gang up on you, jump you, and beat you up and become violent. And it's the same thing on social media. They do it in the comment sections.
In these skits with these black people going up to these white people and smacking the fuck out of them and stuff like that, until we see it on like national media and stuff like that and getting individual attention, we don't even know if that shit's real. I know the 2 videos I seen last night seemed real, because that was actually recorded by individual people that were like it was from their social media and they themselves doing it. They were recording themselves doing it. So they were actually throwing.
Why this clown is saying go back to 1957 to see how it feels? You need to thank God you weren't there. You acting like you were there. You don't even know nothing. You're a bot. You're a little bot that's in the comments that keep repeating yourself, posting the same comments over and over. People like you are the major problem in the black community, because you don't add no solutions. You're not helping your people. You're just a person who hates white people. Like how much work you do in the black community when there's black on black crime? Are you actually out there doing the work? Are you doing anything? Of course not, because you don't really care about black on black crime. What you care about is just using the Karmelo situation to express your hatred for white people. And it's people like you that give the black community a bad name. It's people like you that make white folk look at black people as though something wrong with them. It's you social media bots, you social media demons that are from that herd mentality that just spread hate all day. It's folks like you that need to be removed from the community, because all you spread is violence and all you do is speak negative. That's all you do all day. And it's just sickening, absolutely sickening. You don't talk about the real issues. Everything is your agenda against white people. You want to create attention. Anger. You just want to keep black people angry all day. And this is why, as a viewer, you should turn off any YouTuber that is spreading rage bait. Turn them off.
Himself under the bus doing it, which is believable. Why would you create AI to make yourself seem racist? They were literally recording them.
Now watch this, gang. Watch this. He said, "You are so wrong. Jesus said to love everyone." I cannot stand religion, bro. So you said Jesus says to love everyone? You really believe that, right? You believe that? Yes or no? I want to know. Do you believe that you're to love everyone? Can I get a yes from you at God 365? He says, "You are so wrong. Jesus said to love everyone." You really believe that? Yes or no? Let's have the conversation. Come on in the chat. Don't be scared. You says, "Yes, I will never compromise for, your faith over foolishness." All right. So you love everyone. So let me get this straight. Watch this, guys. Watch this. You ready? You ready for this one? Okay, cool. Let's say a white man sexually violate your son. He violated your son. Then he slit his throat, went into your daughter's room and violated her sexually and set her on fire. Do you still love that guy? Yes or no? Don't ask me what type of question that is. You said you love everyone. I'm putting your belief to the test since you want to act religious. Do you love that man after what he just did to your kids? At that moment when your kids' bodies are there, do you love that man? You don't love him, right? See, that's how we know you're a fucking liar and you don't believe in that Bible that you're toting. Because I just asked you a simple question, but you cannot answer because you know deep down inside that you don't love everyone. You see, people that are religious, they love quoting scriptures, talking about love this and love that and all this other mess. Man, stop all of that cap, bro. Like, you don't love nobody. You don't even love yourself because you're lying. You see? If somebody did that to your kids, you'll be angry. You ain't going to be loving them. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, who would you love more? If a black man did that to your kids or a white man, who would you love more? You can't even answer the question. That proves that you don't believe in what you believe, man. Totally fake. Just like all these religious folks that hide behind the Bible.
Rolling up in a parking lot doing it or on a bike doing it. So that wasn't AI. That was legit real. So
I bet that same dude be beating his meat to OnlyFans models. Talking all this religious garbage and he be in his house beating his meat.
You know, well, you got that right, Ringo. I do be beating my meat. I be beating my meat every day, beating my meat all the time.
Guy come out of church and go home and beat his meat. He be beating his meat like a drum. Veins popping out of his head and everything, fam. Just messy. Then he want to quote scriptures. Some of these Bible thumpers, man, they some of the biggest hypocrites. They be on social media quoting scriptures, and right after they get off the internet, they beating their meat.
Woo, Jesus. My. Whew, I don't got no grease. But I got this right here, so I'll use this for my lube. Woo! Oh, man. Wow, this thing is kind of tingly. Woo, Jesus. I gotta go buy some lotion. Amen.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Man, use some chapstick for some lube. You know you got to be down bad if you got to use some chapstick. You got to put some chapstick on your stick. That's sad, bro. Let's go.
be aware. Be aware of your surroundings, protect yourself, and understand right now, if you're white, you need to keep your head on a swivel. Big time.
Let me see who this clown is, fam. Give me a minute. Let me see who this clown is, bro. Let's go to his platform. See what we got. Oh my goodness, bro. And check this out, fam. Let's see who this clown is. Watch this, fam. Y'all ready for this? Let's find out who this clown is. Talk about God 65, 365 nonstop ministries. Man, you're of the devil. You're not even with God, fam. You with Satan. I'm going to prove it right now. Watch this, fam. Let me do this real quick. Right? Check this out, fam. Check this out. This demon registered his YouTube account on today, June 14th. Look at this, guys. You see what I mean, right? It says joined June 14th, 2026. So you just joined today to come to my live chat to talk about your God 365 nonstop ministries. You're a minister of the devil. You're not with God. It's a bot. It's a bot, guys. Just like I told you, man, these demons, they come through social media as bots to distract the people, fam. Just a joke. Nobody could take you serious when you have no history and your account is brand new. And most likely some demon I blocked already, and they come under these troll accounts. Like, nobody could take you serious, man.
That's all I'm saying. I love y'all. Be blessed. All of y'all. I'm not racist. I've just got my reservations about stuff. And you know what? The more and more time passes, the more and more I deal with stuff from certain communities and stuff like that, I am not even mad at people being racist anymore, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that have every reason in the world to be racist, black people and white people. So I don't even hold the same grudge towards people that I used to, or the same anger towards people for being racist. Now I kind of see it as, well, you know what? What happened to that person to make them that way? I'm not going to judge them, so you're racist. We had a dude working here at the dealership that literally came up to me. He was like 70 years old, 65, 70 years old, had all kinds of health problems. He's a black dude. And he said, Rich, I fucks with you. He said, Rich, I fucks with you, man. You're a cool ass white dude. I fucks with you. But white people in general, I don't fucking like y'all, man. I really don't. I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all got...
And see, what he's describing there is actually a real thing. Because I remember telling you guys that when I was on the 9 to 5, we had a racist white guy that worked at the company. And, you know what I mean? He basically said he don't like black people. Like, this is what he was saying. He said, you guys, I rock with you guys. You guys are cool. You know what I'm saying? I could work with you guys. You guys, I knew you guys for years. You guys are cool. But he said, I don't like black people. You understand? And this is why you have to understand the mindset of people like that. A lot of times people had a very, very bad experience and their mind is already made up. And it's like, you know they're a racist. It is what it is. I can't change nobody from being what they are. You know what I mean? And he's pretty much saying the same thing about the black guy that said he don't like white people, but he think that he's a cool white guy.
Too much to say. Y'all got an opinion about everything. And I was like, okay. I mean, obviously some shit's happened to you in your life that's made you feel that way. I ain't never done nothing to you. I mean, I share food with you. I share stories and stuff with you. I don't say nothing bad about you. And he said, and that's why I've grown close to you. I feel close to you because...
Let me block you, fam. This Peter dude, let me block you real fast because you keep promoting this dude all in my comments. So you don't have no privileges to be here anymore. Right? I just showed you a screenshot of this clown using a bot account to post on my chat. So I don't need to go look for anything. I don't give a damn how many subscribers somebody got. For all you know, they impersonating somebody else's channel. But since you want to come here trolling and posting and doing all this goofy stuff, now you're blocked. Right? Let's get back to the content. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button.
Of how you take time to get to know me and I take time to get to know you. But I don't fuck with other white people, man. I can't fucking stand them. He said, I just don't like them. And I said, I get it. I understand. And I'm not telling you you're wrong for that. Because you're not. That's your right to be that way. If that's how you want to be, then be that way.
And this is why when someone is racist, I don't care. But for some reason in the black community, they be making it seem like, you know, if somebody is racist, it affects my life because they're racist. I don't care if they're racist. I'm sure there's racist people out here in this community. Guess what? I don't care because I don't talk to them. I stay to myself. I stay out of the way. You get what I'm saying? And if somebody's racist, that's how they feel. I don't care. They're not affecting me. Their belief, how they feel, I don't care about what they're thinking. You know why? Because as a black man, the majority of the hate that I get come from people that look just like me. I get hate from people that look just like me. So I'm accustomed to the hate. So why would I be so concerned about a white man that's a racist or a white woman that's a racist? I don't care about all of that. Stuff ain't doing anything to me.
I'm gonna try to change you. As long as I'm doing my part and not bringing grief to your life and issues to your life, that's all I can do. So I don't even really get mad at people for being prejudiced or being racist or anything anymore. That's inherently part of who people are based on their experiences and stuff. And if that's how they want to be, then fuck it. Why even be mad about it anymore? Society is driving us that way anyway, and eventually it's going to go right back to fucking segregation anyhow, is what it seems. That the more and more I hear black people and white people talk, the more and more I hear that's what people want.
It's already segregated. The world, listen, we're segregated even in the communities we live, guys. Like, if you guys really open your eyes and see how it is, some of y'all live in communities where you have white folk, black folk, and they're all in the same community, but it's already segregated, meaning that the people, they just don't talk with one another. Like, they don't even speak. The neighbors don't talk to each other. And it's like everybody's doing their own thing. There's really no community. It's just a bunch of people that look different and they don't even like each other. So we're already segregated because we don't speak to one another no more. There was a time when people were friendly. There was a time when you had neighbors and you can say hello. And now you can't even say hello. You can't even say good morning to people no more because they're weird. You know what I mean? I remember when I first got out here and you had some guy walking a dog and I was like, hey, good morning. And he just looked at me and then looked away. And in my mind, I was like, yo, fuck you then, man. Like, I'm over here trying to be friendly. I'm trying to be a good neighbor. You over here being an asshole. And it's like, it's just extremely rude. So when I see stuff like that, it just tells me what the temperature is in the community. It's like, okay, I'm not saying nothing to nobody, because if that's how you going to treat me, what the heck did I do to you? You know what I mean? So for all I know, that person don't like black people. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know how to move, because as a person who's in the community, if that's how you react when someone say good morning, right? And you just look at them and then go about your business, then I know how to move now. Just don't say nothing to nobody. And it taught me a valuable lesson. Right? So let's get back to the content. Hit the like button, guys. Let's go.
There are black communities that are talking about just going back to black communities with nobody else there. White communities talking about going back to white communities with nobody else there. Hell, it's already happening. There are already white and black communities, and that's all that's allowed there. And that's all they want there. It's already fucking happening. So if that's how it has to be, then I guess that's just how it has to be.
It's already like that already. Like I said, you have a lot of people that are in communities. You guys are in these communities where you don't talk to your neighbors. You know I'm right. You get up in the morning, you go to work, you work on your yard, you do what you got to do, and you go home. You just stay to yourself, and it is what it is. Your neighbors see you come and go. You leave, you go, it is what it is. And you don't interact with them. And that's the best way to be in 2026. It's the best way to be. It's just, it's sad at the same time, because some of you are hospitable. Some of you are decent people who, you know, you like community. You like that type of lifestyle where you can see your neighbors and you can, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, so-and-so walking the dog. You get familiar with the community. But it's just that it's not that way anymore, guys. We're living in a time right now where people are afraid of one another. People are scared of one another. And it's all because of social media. It goes back to social media. You see? Ain't no telling how many of your neighbors watch YouTube and they watch all the drama and they watch all the hate and they're just divided. So that's why in most communities, people just don't talk, because they're divided already. So we're already segregated, guys. You know, you got black people that live in communities like where I'm at, and they don't even talk to each other, guys. They don't talk to nobody, fam. And they're black. But then some of them, they're not so-called Black American, they're African. You know what I'm saying? And even they don't talk. So it's all divided, guys. The whole world is divided right now. There's a lot of hate in the air, and it's all because of social media, man. All because of social media. Shout out to Shrimp 30 for the $4. Says, likewise, they leave me alone, I leave them alone. And that's all it is. You know what I mean? Just leave me alone, I leave you alone. And just, it's all about respect. You know what I mean? If you're a white person and you don't like black people, cool. It is what it is. Just don't F around with me and my family. It won't be no problems. You know what I'm saying? Just like I won't F around with you and yours. You just have to have that mutual respect. But I find that when people do things to try to provoke you to anger, or they do things to kind of get on your last nerve, they're looking for drama. You know what I'm saying? They want a problem. But you got to play it smart, because sometimes most white folk, they try to do things to provoke you if you're black in hopes to get you in some sort of drama, to get the police and the law to lock you up. I've been around long enough to know the game, and I understand how white folk move. And I'm referring to the so-called whites that hate black people, and they try to set them up, rage bait them, get them angry so that you can react a certain way. And then they call the cops on you. They got everything on camera, and you end up getting locked up. I know the game already. I know how it go. I know what to do. I understand how to have surveillance, videos, audio recordings. I know how to do all of that type of stuff, so I'm covered. You know what I mean? It's just like in business. You have to have a paper trail and all that type of stuff. Never react out of emotions. Always think logically, you know. Learn how to have conflict resolution skills. Learn how to de-escalate. Learn how to walk away. Understand, you know, what you can lose in the process. You got to look at all of these different scenarios and understand the law, your rights, and all of that stuff. Is it worth it? You know, is it worth me arguing with this person? No, it's not worth it. So why waste my time? You know, let's go.
But it shouldn't have to be that way. But maybe that's the way it's going. I don't know. I hope not. But anyhow, I love y'all. Have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. White people, watch your surroundings. Watch your back. Watch these young motherfuckers. They are out to prove a point. And who knows? Who knows what the next step is? Who the hell knows? They could be.
Do you see how this other person comes in and says that they're white? I mean, first of all, why do you got to announce that you're white? These are the type of things that I don't understand, guys. Like, people have to announce that they're white, like, and then they call you a racist. What did I do? I'm a racist for having thoughts and opinions about a topic regarding Karmelo Anthony. So that makes somebody a scumbag and a racist. I'm telling you guys, the world is filled with toxic people, fam, that no matter what you do, you're going to be labeled a name. And this is why I just like being by myself and just doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Just staying out the way. It doesn't mean I don't like white folk. You know what I mean? It just means I just like my peace. You know, I like being peaceful, enjoy my solitude, and just be about my own personal business. Because when you're around a lot of people, man, people are weird, man. A lot of people got demons on them. They just miserable individuals. They don't have no soul. They just miserable every day. And like, no matter what, they just like arguing. They want you to be miserable like them. And you can't have that in your life, man. You got to have peace. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're white or black, you know, it's always good to roll solo. We're living in a time right now where people are pretending, people are fake. They're just not the same anymore. Everybody's just unreal, man. And it's just, the best thing to do is just be to yourself, man. Be to yourself. All you could do is just respect people, but just be to yourself. You could respect people from a distance, but just be yourself. You know, that's just the way it is, man. Let me see. The idiot says, you ignored my comment about it being a scumbag issue, not a color issue. You are one-sided. Whatever. As long as you're viewing the content. I mean, I don't care. You're just a waste of time. Right? So we're going to get up on out of here, gang. It is what it is. I'm gonna go get me something to eat, relax, catch a movie, and get prepared to get some rest and get up in the morning, go do my workout. You know what I mean? Like for real, for real. It is what it is. Let me see. Okay, talk truth from Strength 30 Up. Okay, man. So that's about that, gang. We're gonna get up on out of here. So rate, comment, and subscribe, guys, to the content. If you like the content, you like my delivery, you like the messages, if you like the setup, you know, like I said, I put another camera angle in the video. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you like the visuals and whatnot. It's the best on YouTube. I mean, nobody else does it like RINGOTV. Nobody, you know. I got to get this camera here set up properly. It's not doing what it needs to do. It kind of blurs me out and it makes everything else. Like, so I got to do some more testing. It should be something like, let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Let me see. It should be like this, where I'm sharper. Let me see. Like it's not even doing it. Yeah. It should be like that, but see, it goes back to making the background stand out. So I'll fix it later on. It ain't nothing. But we're gonna get up on out of here, fam. Shout out to Shrimp 30 again for the $20 support. Says Ringo, can you do a reaction on? Wait, can you do a reaction to the Dr. Umar Johnson interview on the art of dialogue? The video is Dr. Umar doesn't hold back. I'd like to hear your thoughts on Dr. Umar's points and your overall take. Yeah, all of those platforms, those are normally the rage bait platforms. You know what I'm saying? Where they do these interviews. But I'll check it out. I'll probably go watch that, see what they're talking about and whatnot, and put that on the list of other videos that I got to react to. Right? Yeah. Now I'm talking about like with this camera here, like right now you could see me. Let me see. It went back to blur. See if it's a setting in the camera. I have to set it to the center. I don't have it set to the center. I have it set to the side somewhere. So it's making the side stand out. You know what I mean? Like, let me see. See, it went back blurred again. So if you look at me, I'm blurred. It going in and out. I'll fix that later on. This one here is just crispy. This is just perfect. You know, this lens here make me look like if I'm standing right next to you, you know? Yeah. So we're gonna get on out of here, guys. So y'all take care. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. It is what it is. Jello. So keep your head on a swivel, guys. It is what it is. We're gonna get up on out of here and do what we gotta do. We'll go get something to eat. And that's about it, gang. So rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next video. RINGOTV Reactions salute you. I'm out of here. Peace and blessings. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RINGOTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is RINGOTV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.